Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today to review A Quiet Place. I saw this movie with John, and what happened was usually I haven't seen John in 2 weeks, and we were supposed to do a review of the video together, like we usually done. If you've seen some of the videos, like John and I review whatever movie and stuff. And what happened was, whenever we went down, the weather was pretty decent. It was still a little. I mean, it was bright. I should have worn my sunglasses. That's my fault. I wore my light jacket. And then I think after we got out of the theater, we saw me after we got out of the theater. I felt a raindrop or so, and I went and we got some stuff, and it started raining after that. And then it started. We went somewhere else, and then it started freezing rain, and it got really, really cold out. And we didn't want it to get, with freezing rain, it will form the ice. It's with the freezing temperatures out there, and it'll be slick and very slippery and stuff like that. So we called it. We didn't hang out as late as we usually would, and we called it evening. I got home at 7:00. But we did go through a few things, a few places. Cause I would have more videos with John. The only video that we had together is the Buffalo Wild Wings video, and he filmed that one. And that'll be up sometime in the future. But I wanted to do the movie review video, and put it this morning, Sunday. I recorded Saturday night, and I was going to do it ASMR style, but I'm not going to. The movie's called A Quiet Place, and like I said, I'm not doing a review with John, but I will read what John put on Facebook about the movie. Okay, on Facebook it said, let me turn that right here. It says, my buddy Jason and I went to see A Quiet Place today, one of the best horror movies in a long time. This was John Krasinski's third movie he has directed, and he did an excellent job. His character and his wife's character, Emily Blunt, were mostly smart about survival, although they did some dumb things like most people would. I recommend this film, especially if you like horror films. So that was a good little thing from John. Now, I really enjoyed it too. It's very intense. Basically revolves, the narrative, like how things, it's like basically focused on this one family, and you have to be quiet. If not, these monsters will find you, and they're blind now, but they have acute sense of hearing. That's why you can't make any sounds. And then, they'll start running, and then they'll get you. And I don't want to give away a lot of spoilers and stuff. I think there's some disturbing imagery in the movie. And it's like, it says like day 86 or something like that, and then it says day 470. Because this happened, it doesn't say exactly why it happened. They have headlines in the newspaper. Most of civilization wiped out by these monsters. And it says, where these monsters come, be quiet, don't make any noise. He had, Jim Krasinski had the father in the movie, had a whole bunch of newspaper articles. He had like this one thing where he's trying to do stuff like keep in communications. He had headphones on. He can't make any noise. And it's him and his family, his one daughter's deaf, and he's trying to make these hearing aids for us so they work. But a lot of times when they talk, they speak in sign language. And they have like the subtitles at the bottom of the screen. And one of the best thing in the movie is they made the subtitles real nice and easy to read, because one of the most frustrating things is they make it so small and you can't read them. I know that was a big thing during Captain Phillips, which is a great movie. Was it Captain Phillips, that one with Tom Hanks and the Somali pirates? I remember that subtitle was so small. I saw it on TV and it was so small I didn't go, but it was a fascinating movie. I think it was called Captain Phillips. That was a great movie. I remember seeing it with my dad when he was still alive. This was back in 2014, I think I saw it. And, the one thing is having to never make that a distraction. That's part of the movie. And, like, a lot of it's done without dialogue. They speak, but through sign language. And then they speak a little bit in the movie. And they use sound. They're very good at using sound in a film. And there's parts where something happens and they make a ton of noise by accident. And there's some good jump-worthy scares in this movie. This is the first time I've seen name. Make sure I got it right. seen John Krasinski in a movie in a while. Because I know he was in The Office, and then he did from that, he did a whole bunch of movies, but I never really saw those movies, like Flying Leathernecks and stuff like that. I never saw it, or, was it Leathernecks? Flying Leathernecks, that's John Wayne. Leathernecks, the football one. I never saw that one. I think they had The Wedding Ref, which I never wanted to see. I think I saw it on Netflix. And the only other thing I saw him in was, he had a small part in Jarhead, which was really good, Jake Gyllenhaal movie. I remember seeing him on Conan O'Brien. I think he first started out as the Page. And then I found out through, Jeremy Johns, when he did a review of Quiet Place, he said he's been working behind the camera. And this is the first work I've seen behind the camera. And the first serious work I said, except for Jarhead, but that was such a small role. I give him a lot of credit. I thought he was really good in The Office, and he's fantastic in this. This is a very good, intense film. And the acting is so good, I mean, from everyone. Especially, everyone's really good, especially the daughter who's deaf. She's very good. I mean, emoting with just sign language and, I mean, like, I think John was saying, like Stephen King was saying, how do these kid actors become so good all of a sudden? Because we grew up with, like, the kid actors from, like, Problem Child and stuff like that when I was growing up. We had a handful of good kid actors, but I mean, Rodney Allen Rippey's a good actor. He was on my live stream, by the way. This is really a fantastic film. I think you'll really like it. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to add? Because, I mean, I don't want to give really a lot away because it's so interesting. And they had the part that made me jump. When I first saw the trailer initially, I didn't know what the movie was about. I jumped that part. And then it was weird because they edited a certain way. I jumped this time. I didn't jump Now, I saw this trailer at the theater a second time. Well, it's before another movie started. I didn't jump that time, but I jumped this time. The way they edited it, it's really good stuff. It's a great horror film. I think they have the interest factors there because they said that they have a very interesting idea. And I think that's what draws people to a movie sometimes, the interesting idea along with the acting and performances and stuff. This has a great one. And I really enjoyed Silent Place. And John said somewhere where he worked at said he loved the movie. It's really a fantastic film. I give it a 10 out of 10. I loved it. I think you will too. It's a great premise for a movie. I mean, there's some disturbing imagery in it. Disturbing situations, but I mean, it's really good. And the family dynamic is fantastic in the film. I think you really like it. So, 10 out of 10 for me. So until next time, bye, please. Take care, my legion.